In this video, I'll be going through an unboxing of the DJI Neo, along with going through some of the features, also the pros and cons of this DJI Neo. So let's check it out. So let's start off by unboxing the DJI Neo combo bundle, and we'll talk about what's in the box. Okay, we'll start with the accessories that come with the DJI Neo. Let's check and see what's in this box. Okay, let's see here. We'll start with this charging hub. Wow, talk about small. This is really small. Looks like the material is pretty good. You know, when you look at this on other videos, it looks like it's almost a toy, and that the box itself is very, the charging hub is very thin, but believe it or not, it is light, but the material is pretty thick. It's actually pretty good overall. Batteries are like really small. Let's compare this real quick to what we've got here with like the Mini 4 batteries, for example. So just to give you a comparison, that is the difference in size that you are looking at. Very, very small. But photos and videos definitely deceive you on how good a quality the material is that the battery housing is made out of. It's actually really solid, really nice. Again, charging hub, if you look at the differences here, it looks pretty small. Actually, it's awesome. I think this would be great for carrying in your bag. I mean, easily you can carry this in a smaller bag or backpack. So it's pretty nice. Charging hub, you do have the USB-C connector here for charging. You also have the power button here. You also, if you press that, it'll give you a battery status, although I gotta activate these batteries. But pretty nice. I am actually very impressed on this charging hub and actual batteries, and super light. It's really light. Let's see what else we've got here. In addition to that, on the accessories, it looks like this comes with 2 propeller replacements, and there's 2 little screws in there that come along with these spares. There is also little A and B representations here of where the propeller should go. Also, you also have kind of color coded, which is kind of cool. So that's pretty neat. I kind of like that they have some spares there. You also have the little Phillips screwdriver. I'll get it right here for you. So it's not bad. I think if you're trying to carry things, just having a small one's really good. Although I'm pretty sure there's better screwdrivers out there. But in any case, that's great that that is included. You also have a USB-C to USB-C transfer cable, along with a charging, of course, cable. That'll dual purpose, of course. And you also have your usual documentation here, along with I guess a link to a forum, so that's kind of cool. And then you also have the usual stickers, and I kind of like the stickers they're putting in there. It's not just the DJI logo, but actual really cool design stickers here. I definitely like that, and the good quality stickers, to be honest. So yeah, even this is really, really nice. So a lot of cool stuff in there. And let's check out the actual drone itself. The little Mini, or the Neo, actually, I shouldn't say Mini, but the Neo. And it is a Mini, actually. Of course, this is under 250 grams. It is, wow, this thing is small. I mean, look at that. Just right there in my hand. That is super small. I do like that. Feels super light, very nice. Again, you look at other videos, like I said, and photos up on the DJI website, and this thing looks like a toy. But quality wise, I would say definitely it is not like a toy. I mean, it definitely has some quality to it. Typical DJI, definitely they deliver good quality products, good material overall. If you want to get an idea of how small this guy is, look at my iPhone 16 Pro Max compared to this guy. Talk about very, very small. So that is really nice. It does come with the propeller guards, which I think is really cool too. You can take them off. It's got little clips here on the side, here and here, as well as here and in these areas. I kind of like it in a way because on my other drones, I typically have purchased some bumpers there just in case I'm going to hit something. I'd rather damage a bumper than to damage the actual drone itself. You know, you're going to hit a tree or thing or two along the way. So having that, I guess it is pretty good. Super light. I do like that it is included. Definitely really, really cool. Now, if you want to compare this to the size of the Mini 4 here, it's pretty much in the line of the small or the mini sizes of the DJI drones. I think that's really wild. And that's pretty cool overall. I do like that. It does come with a cover, of course, here. And this is a single axis camera here. You're looking at a 4K 30 frame per second camera. And again, this is a one axis gimbal. Really small, kind of really cool. Looks like it's got the ability for us to get filters along the way. So from the looks of it, it has that kind of little ridges here to allow you to do that. You've got some sensors on the bottom as well. Here's the battery. Taking it off, trying to see, oh, it's not too bad. It's easy to take off. So that's kind of cool. And again, I thought, you know, again, I've seen this before buying it, and it did look like, it just didn't look like it was like sturdy quality stuff. But I'm telling you now, this is really good quality for a very small drone. It does have a USB-C port in the back here. You also have the power button here. The typical way to power this is like any other DJI drone is you click once, click a second time and hold, and that powers it on. You also have a mode button here with, looks like there's also little symbols there to indicate the different modes or what you call the quick shots available that you can do. You also have little LEDs right there. If I can get that focus, that's right there. Again, this is your mode button. Your options as far as the modes that you have available is the droney, the circle, the rocket, the spotlight, the directional track, as well as the follow mode. So that is really good. The nice thing about this is, and here's one of the reasons I bought this, just to kind of give you an idea. I bought this because I kind of like having something that I can actually put in my bag that's portable, just like my Mini 4 here as well. And I like the fact that this is something I can do indoors, and because it's got this type of protection, kind of like essentially a mini whoop type drone, it allows for you to kind of use it indoors without really being too concerned about it. Now, the question here is this a vlogging drone? Is this a FPV drone? Is this a selfie type drone? Well, if you think about it, it really is all of the above. I mean, it definitely can be used for a number of things. It is kind of tailored to be kind of like a selfie drone, if that's the right term for it. But the fact that you can do your different modes on this without even using your phone or any kind of controller is really cool. That makes it easy for portability because all you're taking is this. However, you do have the option with the DJI Fly app to control this just with your phone if you wanted to do that. Again, you can do it without, or you can use the phone. In addition to that, you also have the ability to you can go ahead and use your Avata to, this is the FPV Remote Controller 3. You can also use the Motion Controller 3 as well with that. And if you actually wanted to use the goggles that come with the Avata 2, you could actually use these as well. So definitely you have a lot of flexibility. Now you can compare this to the Avata 2, by the way. Here is my Avata 2, and here is this little Neo FPV drone. Talk about really small. It's pretty wild. Anyways, that's really, really cool. Although I definitely would be using my Avata 2 for other things. This, I know if you're going to use it in heavy winds, it's not going to be exactly the best for that. But again, like I said, if you want this for yourself to take videos, all over the place without any issues, then you can. Oh, I forgot to note one more thing. Hold on. Before I forget, you can also even use, if you wanted to, I've got this controller for my Mini 4. So if I was traveling, I could actually take my Mini 4 and the Neo and actually control it with the one controller. So that's another thing. You have, again, the ability to either control this just using the modes here on the Neo or your phone or any of the Avata 2 controllers like the FPV controller 3, the motion controller 3, or, of course, this and a phone. So again, my motivators for this was, again, I wanted something small, compact that I could take along. There are some places that, you kind of get looked at for carrying this big drone, or even like my Air 3 drone. So it's not something that is always easy to take with you, but taking this is fantastic. I tend to use this. I'll probably be using this more for, again, trying to do the simple modes there with my phone, probably. And if I can take my Mini 4, I'll use the controller as well. Things to note about this, as far as the features, again, just kind of go through them real quick. You do get about 18 minutes of flight time for with these batteries. Now, realistically, you're probably looking at about 15 minutes of flight time, which, if you plan to use this quite a bit more, I would suggest to go ahead and buy the combo. In my case, I did that because I know I'll be using it for more than 15 minutes. That's not to say that 15 minutes is not a lot of time when you're trying to take some simple shots with your drone. But if you want to use it a lot more, I would do what I'm doing, which is to get more batteries and buy like the combo, for example. You also have, again, the one-axis gimbal. You do have the sensor, of course, is a half-inch sensor. As far as image stabilization is concerned, you don't really have, you do have what you have like in the action cameras. So that's kind of good in a way. You have no optical avoidance, so keep that in mind. Although if you're in a decently open area, it tends to do really well when it's trying to follow you. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that capability. One other thing is you also get about 22 gigs of storage. And one thing it doesn't have, of course, is a micro SD slot. But again, you do have 22 gigs of storage. So it's not too bad. I think I would have preferred personally maybe 64 gigs or even maybe up to 128 gigs. But at the same time, it's kind of not too bad considering what this drone is intended for. The only thing about that is just got to make sure that when you are thinking about erasing what's on the into storage, you just need to make sure that you've already downloaded it over to your phone or your laptop. Let's talk about the pros and cons real quick on this. Let's go with the cons. The one thing, of course, is wind control. The heavier the winds, obviously, this little drone is not going to be able to handle it. And that's typical because of the weight of the drone. You're under 250 grams, and that's something that obviously with heavy winds is going to be impacted compared to using like an Air 3 or even like the Avata 2. But it's not necessarily too bad, but that would be a con in my book. The other thing, of course, that I would see as a con is the fact that it's only an 18-minute battery. But considering, again, the size of this drone, that's not really too bad. And like I said, realistically, you're looking at about 15 minutes of flight time. Another things that I see that is a con on this product is that there's no SD card. I would have liked an SD card option. I guess there's a reason why it was not included. But, if you got 22 gigs of internal storage, well, that should do okay. If I intend to film more, I'll probably go more with my Mini 4. I'll probably even look at, if I want to just have fun with it, I'd use the Avata 2 more than likely. Now, what are the pros on this? What I think is really a pro thing on this is the fact that it is small and light. I definitely like that. And I mean, it's small. Like I said, if you have big pockets, like a big coat pocket, this thing fits in there with no problems. The other thing that I like, again, easy to carry, very light. And I mean, you literally can put this anywhere, backpack, whatever you may have. The other thing that I really like too about it is that you don't need a remote. I think that's really cool. But if you do want that stick control, of course, you could, at a minimum, you could use your phone. But at the same time, you also have the ability to use this card controller here from my Mini 4, or the RCN3, I believe, is the other controller you can use with your phone. And that's another option. But to me, that's kind of taking more stuff with you and kind of goes against what I was looking for on this, and that was the portability, just not having to take a lot of stuff with me. The other thing that I do see as a pro on this is that you can actually record your voice while you're filming yourself with this drone via your phone. There's a AI function on the application that I think is really cool. It will actually cancel the propeller noise so that you can actually record. And then what it does is it will combine the video on the drone with your voice recording on the phone. So I think that's really cool. The other big thing about this is price. The price on this product, I think the drone alone, you're looking at 200 range, which is incredibly good. I got the combo, and I'll put the price up here on the screen, but combo was not a bad price either. And I think, even with that, it is not very expensive. Yes, it's, in the $200 to $300 range, but again, I think it's a pretty good deal. Now, who's this really for? If you're curious about drones or FPV drones, if you've never used one and you're just trying to get an idea about it, I think this is a real cool one. If you got, if you're just plain wanting to get it like me, I mean, I think it's, anybody can actually buy this. But I guess, if you're starting to get into drones, this would be a great way versus making maybe a larger investment like the Avata 2 or the Mini 4, or actually going with like an Air 3 drone, for example. So definitely price is a big pro on this. So there you have it, the DJI Neo combo bundle. And I think overall, just to kind of talk about it, it is a very nice product, very good quality. Definitely, I see a lot of good pros with this. Again, if you're just starting getting into drones, this is a good one to look into. And don't forget to click on the like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It does help with my stats and also kind of helps me in continuing doing more videos for you guys. Thanks for watching and have a good day.